They say the first million is the hardest, and honestly, they're right. It's a grind. It's years of saying no to the new car, no to the fancy dinners, and yes to a spreadsheet that feels like it's barely moving. It's the constant internal debate between living for today and building for tomorrow. You might feel like you're constantly sacrificing, always putting off gratification, and wondering if it will ever truly pay off. But there is a specific moment, a literal second in time, where the rules of the world seem to flip upside down. It's the moment you cross $1 million in actual investments. Not net worth, not the value of your house, but money actively working for you in the market. Most people think $1 million is about buying a supercar or a mansion. They envision lavish lifestyles and endless vacations. But for those who actually get there, for the everyday people who built it dollar by dollar, it's not about what you can buy. It's about the profound, quiet realization that for the first time in your life, you are no longer the hardest worker in your house. Your money is. It's a shift from being a laborer to being a landlord of your own financial future. Today, I want to show you why everything changes after 7 figures, not just in your bank account, but in your soul, in your mindset, and in your daily experience of life. When you're starting out, money feels like a relentless weight. You work 40, 50, 60 hours a week, sometimes more, just to keep your head above water. You pay your bills, you buy groceries, and if you're lucky, you manage to save a few $100s. You diligently put that $500 a month into your investment account, and you look at the market and it goes up a measly 1%. You made $5. It feels insignificant, almost insulting after all that effort. It feels pointless, doesn't it? You feel like you're trying to push a literal boulder up a mountain with your bare hands. The progress is so slow, so incremental, that it's easy to get discouraged. This is precisely where most people quit. They throw up their hands and think, I'll never get there, so I might as well enjoy the money now. They stop saving, they stop investing, and they fall back into the cycle of working solely for their paycheck. But what you don't see, what many fail to grasp in those early, difficult years, is that you aren't just saving money, you are building a machine. You are constructing a powerful engine that once it reaches a certain size will generate its own momentum. It's like planting a tiny seed and nurturing it, even when it seems like nothing is happening. Below the surface, roots are growing, and a foundation is being laid. Think back to when you were a kid making a snowball. At first, it's pathetic. You're scraping together tiny handfuls of snow, getting your gloves wet and cold, and it's barely the size of a baseball. It's hard work, and it doesn't look like much. But you keep rolling it. You keep adding more snow, little by little, and suddenly, almost imperceptibly, it's the size of a basketball, then a beach ball. Then, with a few more pushes, it becomes something massive, something that gathers snow effortlessly as it rolls. At $1 million invested, that financial snowball is no longer a baseball. It's now a 10-ton boulder at the top of the mountain, and you're about to give it a push, watching it gather speed and size with astonishing ease. Here is the practical reality that no one talks about, the secret that unlocks true financial freedom. The math of $1 million is terrifyingly beautiful. It's where the magic of compound interest truly begins to accelerate in a way that feels almost unfair. Let's break it down with a simple example. Let's say you're a dedicated hard worker, and through discipline and effort, you manage to save $2,000 a month. That's an incredible achievement. That's $24,000 of your blood, sweat, and tears, your time, and your sacrifices. That's a significant portion of many people's income. But once you have $1 million invested in a simple, diversified index fund, and the market has a boring year, let's say it goes up a conservative 7%, your account just grew by $70,000. Think about that for a moment. Your money, without you lifting a finger, without you working an extra hour, just earned nearly 3 times what you did through your active labor. This isn't a one-time fluke. This is the new normal. This is what we call escape velocity. It's the point where your investments are officially doing more work than you are. The financial engine you built is now self-sustaining and incredibly powerful. You could literally stop saving entirely, never add another cent of your own income, and your wealth would still likely double every 7 to 10 years purely from the power of compounding. The money you saved is now generating more money than you can save. The crushing pressure is gone. The relentless grind becomes a choice, not a necessity. You aren't working for survival anymore. You're working for extra. You're working because you enjoy it, or because you want to accelerate your goals even further, not because you have to put food on the table next month. This shift in perspective is liberating beyond words. But the biggest change isn't just the math, as incredible as it is. It's the profound internal feeling you get when you wake up on a Tuesday morning. It's a feeling that permeates every aspect of your life. For many of us, we grew up with what I call money noise. It's that low level of anxiety constantly buzzing in the back of your head. It's the nagging worry. What if I get laid off? What if the car breaks down and I can't afford the repair? What if I can't pay the rent or the mortgage next month? This noise can be deafening, dictating our choices, our moods, and our stress levels. When you hit $1 million invested, that noise finally stops. It doesn't just quiet down, it ceases to exist. There is a profound, quiet peace that comes with knowing that no matter what your boss says to you today, no matter what unexpected expense life throws your way, you are okay. You aren't just rich in the traditional sense, you are free. You have built a fortress of financial security around yourself and your loved ones. You start to realize that the most expensive thing you can buy isn't a Rolex or a Tesla or even a sprawling mansion. It's the ability to walk away. It's the ability to spend your Tuesday afternoon at your kid's soccer game without constantly checking your email, without the gnawing guilt of not being at your desk. It's the ability to say no to a toxic job, a demanding client, or an unreasonable request because you don't need their paycheck to keep the lights on. Your financial independence gives you the ultimate leverage, control over your own time and choices. That is the millionaire's sigh. It's the moment you realized you've won the game, not by accumulating things, but by accumulating freedom. It's the quiet confidence that comes from knowing you have options, that you are resilient, and that your future is truly in your hands. Now, I know what many of you are thinking. $1 million? That sounds impossible. I'm struggling to save $100 a month, let alone $1 million. I hear you. I've been there. We all start somewhere. But remember the crucial truth. The first 100,000 is the hardest. It requires the most discipline, the most sacrifice, and the most patience. The first 500,000 is a marathon, a steady, consistent effort over many years. But the gap between 500,000 and 1 million, it happens faster than you think, often surprisingly quickly, because the compound interest is finally doing the heavy lifting. Your money is making babies, and those babies are making babies, and the growth becomes exponential. You don't need to be a genius. You don't need to pick the next moon stock or time the market perfectly. You just need to be the person who doesn't stop. You need to be consistent, patient, and unwavering in your commitment to building that financial machine. It's about showing up month after month, year after year, even when it feels slow. Start small. Automate your savings and investments so you don't even see the money. Forget about it. Let the machine build itself in the background, quietly and relentlessly. Focus on increasing your income and your savings rate over time, but most importantly, just keep going. Because one day you're going to log into your investment account and you're going to see that 7-figure number, and you won't necessarily feel like a different person overnight. You'll still be you. You'll still wear the same clothes, eat the same food, and probably still have the same quirks, but you'll breathe differently. You'll carry yourself with a new sense of calm and confidence. The world will look a little brighter and the future a lot less daunting. If you're starting from zero today, don't look at the million. That can feel overwhelming. Instead, look at the first 1,000, then the first 10,000. Break it down into manageable steps. Celebrate every milestone, no matter how small. Each dollar saved, each investment made is a brick in your financial fortress. The mountain is high, but the view from the top changes everything. It's a journey worth taking, and the destination is not just wealth, but profound peace and freedom. If this motivated you, or if you're on your own journey to that first million, drop a comment below. Tell me what your why is. Why are you building this machine? What does financial freedom mean to you? I love hearing your stories and insights. And if you want to see the exact math of how to get there faster, how to optimize your investments, and concrete steps you can take today, make sure to watch this video next. We'll dive deeper into the strategies that can accelerate your path to financial independence.